Welcome to Terraria. A new game to the channel, but not a new game to me, or indeed probably to some of you as well. It may often be classified as like a 2D Minecraft, but it's really not. It's more of an RPG. I wanted to get us started on a playthrough of it, and we'll see whether people actually want to see more. If you do, let me know in the comments, or click on the like button, etc. Just a signal to me that you want to see more. Anyway, single player, yes, and let's just create a new player. So I'm not too concerned about this, but we're just going to get with maybe classic. Yeah, drop money on death. There is items on death. I don't want that for the moment. And we're just going to call ourselves as normal, Greatester. And I'm not going to worry too much about different options of visual, but I will customize them. There we go. My little dude. And create. We've got 100 hit points, 20 magic points, and not a great deal else. So we're going to press play. And select world. I'm going to delete my existing test world. Yep. That's going to go. We're going to create a new world, and we have a different seed. I'm going to just use the seed of greatest to lowercase, so you can follow along if you want to. We're going to create a large world. Classic, yes. And there's also expert and master. We'll get to those. It helps. Your character's sort of independent of the world. So once you get more powerful, you can generate a new world that's in larger difficulties. So yeah, don't worry about that. Random, yes, I'll leave it random, and we'll see what we actually get. As far as corruption and crimson, you'll see it in the loading bar which one I get. So you could set it to a specific one if you wanted to follow along directly. Regardless, create. And off it should go. Yeah, so we're in crimson. You can see by the left-hand side. And let's just see what we get out of the box. I'll skip forwards till this loading bar is finished. Okay, our world is now finished generating, so we can press play on it. And we should be able to head in. Okay, important, when you first get started, we are going to want to immediately start cutting down wood. Chop it like it's your... Chop it like it's your lifeline, because it pretty much is. You're going to need a settlement to get started, at least for yourself, but also for the other people who are going to join you along with the whole thing. And just like Minecraft, you're going to need a place to settle in. To do that, the game needs you to sort of have something that qualifies as a room. And for that, well, we're going to need a lot of wood. So I'll just keep on chopping things down. And then you're going to choose somewhere relatively flat. I mean, this isn't too bad as we currently start. But you can explore a little bit and have a look around. But yeah, you want somewhere that's relatively flat. This sort of area seems quite nice. And yeah, around here, we'll chop stuff down and start to generate a little bit of a hut for ourselves before we start in on everything else. And keep on chopping. I'll see you in a few minutes once I've got a stock of wood. Okay, with my stock of wood, I've started building up, over, and then back down again. I've just knocked the rest of the stuff away. We do the same thing on this side. Whoops. There we go. Let's just knock those out. Those are going to be our doors to the room. Yes, it's perfectly fine. You're not going to have everything collapse on you. Go away. Go away. Come on. This is sort of a little bit of a problem at the start. It won't be a problem for much longer, but the main issue is that we want to get this sorted before nighttime. Go away. Honestly, slimes. You do actually want the slimes. You do actually want the gel that they give you. It's very, very useful. But first of all, we're going to actually put down a workbench. So I for inventory. Is it I for inventory or is it escape? Escape will do as well. And then workbench, we're going to be able to create one like that and put it down. It's going to be quite important. And then when you get near the workbench, you then can craft more stuff. In particular, I want doors, please. We can click on this for the crafting window and get to the individual crafting. Really? This is why we want doors, people. Lots of doors. Okay. As I was saying, doors. Okay, so I want 2 doors, and I put one here and one here. Now we have a room, right? Well, no. We actually also need some of the background, like this. It's walls, basically. It works just like Starbound, if you've played Starbound before. And if you select the walls on your panel and press Control, now you're able to fill in the back walls of the room. You can see it selects a particular area. Just hold down left click. And there's no need to actually individually place things, which is good. We're also going to want some torches. So why don't we just make those? Because we also need some light on the subject in our room. And we're going to put them either end like that. Now, because I've got this whole thing, let me just check the size of the room. We want to make sure this is counted as an actual room. So for that, you're going to need Basically some light. You're going to need a workbench or table. A chair would also help as well, and I think that's pretty much going to be it. So let's just go and grab those things. A chair, yes. Not that I'm going to need it, but other people might. And then we're going to be able to expand outwards and make multiple of these rooms. You can also make multiple floors as well, but most importantly, we have some place to call our own. Also, having a campfire would indeed be useful too. This basically regenerates your health whenever you're nearby. So all of these things that you can actually craft are very useful to have. So we're going to have a wooden helmet and a wooden breastplate. There's going to be terrible armor, but at least it gets us started. And then a wooden hammer will be useful at some point too. Not too concerned about the bow. I mean, you can use, well, we may as well craft one. It's just wood. So we have one. And then that's pretty much it from the start, isn't it? There's not much else we can actually make. Yeah, so then it's off exploring. We can make a fishing pole, I suppose. But it's off exploring once we have our armor. Let's put it on over here. Not the hammer. Yeah, that's everything. And we get some accessories, but we can't really make any of that just yet. So, oh no, I made another bow. Oh. Anyway, so I'm going to expand our little house a little bit more. It's going to head into darkness fairly soon. So we want to make sure we have a nice area for people to basically come along and join. Because NPCs in the game are going to do that. So we right click to open doors, etc. And I can't get back in, so I need to level the ground a little bit more. And that's easy enough to do. So, yeah, there we go. All right, so I'll see you in a little while once I've done a bit more building. And it's now nighttime. This is exactly why we wanted the shelter. So we've got our little friend here who is basically Logan. And, yeah, we are perfectly fine with him as far as we're concerned. So, yes, you should stay indoors at night. It gives you tips, basically. You can keep on actually doing various different things. And he'll give you different tips. We're not too concerned with that. Is he happy? Getting this place for myself, I greatly appreciate it. I'm quite fond of wandering through the forest. I like it here. So he's perfectly fine with this area. Different NPCs that you'll meet are not. They want certain requirements, but we don't care about that for the moment. And if you want more different tips, you just keep pressing help and he just cycles through them. Other than that, he's not very useful. But you can see our zombie friend out here is sort of, yeah, one of the reasons why we want to shelter. So we're just going to basically stab the zombie and make sure we get that killed. You're gonna get money. You're aim to get like 50 gold, I think is the first thing that you're gonna want. But we're just getting silver for the moment. And those eyes are particularly annoying during nighttime. But that's one of the things we want. So let's go and grab that. Yep, thank you very much. Fallen stars are going to be useful for crafting during the game. So we shall go and grab them. And then avoid everything else until it's daytime. You can start digging down now, by the way, at the moment. You can jump fairly high, so you can dig down from inside your property, and that's what we'll be doing later to have some kind of, well, it's called a elevator, but we're not going to go there just yet. We have plenty of zombies to kill at our leisure. Your NPCs should close the doors behind them, but I tend to have like an extra room on the ends of properties just in case they're a bit careless. So off we go and killing more bits and pieces, doing some more looting, yada yada, as you might imagine from most of these games. From killing zombies, we get the first indication that this is more of an RPG than anything else. We got a legendary zombie arm, 17% damage, 9% speed, critical strike chance, 10 size, and knockback. So why don't we just try that as our primary weapon, and we'll see if it's actually any good. Yes, we've ripped the arm off, and we're using it to beat them. Well, not soggy end first, but that is actually much better. I do actually like that because it's got that swing effect. That's very, very useful for basically when you're wandering around. You don't want the direct stabbing of a short sword. You want something that actually swings just like your pickaxe, basically. So, yeah, that's useful. And we'll get some money from these things, I think. Yep, cool. And it's just coming daytime, and we've just headed right from our base. And heading down, we've found our first sort of cave. Has a chest in it. That'll be kind of cool. And let's see what we get. Climbing claws, very useful. You can slide down walls. We definitely want those. We're going to want to have a bunch of other things as well. Oh, I just I hate control, and control gets rid of things, so careful about doing that. Grenades, yes, we'll take those. We'll take healing potions, swiftness potions, and wood. And we also want the chest itself, so that's fine. And we're going to break other stuff as we're actually going. So let's just continue to explore down here. You can place torches on walls, of course, but you can also place them on floors once they're flat. And we've got a friend trying to follow us. We do want the gel, so yep, killing them is advised. And we'll continue to explore, of course, until you want to find, well, basically you want to gather some stone, which you'll get lots and lots of, so don't worry about that. However, of course, we do need some way of getting down safely, so having platforms at some point is probably worthwhile. And you can, of course, place them wherever you like, but I'm not going to worry about it too much for now. In fact, we should be able to jump up with these. If not, we can always, well, nerd pull up the equivalent in Terraria. But I don't want to plummet off until... ooh, another torch down there. We're definitely... not torch, chest. We're definitely going to want that. So let's just go and grab that. I want to make ladders as well at some point. Missed. But I want to just grab some stone before we actually do that. We should be then go to get recipes back at the base now that we have stone available. One of the other things you can do is instead of... yeah. Instead of building these wooden things like this, you can also build the wooden platforms. There we go. So if you build these and put them on your bar, we can have those built so that you can jump up and up again, etc. That will actually help us get out of places rather than this kind of thing. But I have foolishly done on the other side. Anyway, let's just go and check what's in this chest. Blowpipe, don't care about that. Grenades, arrows, yeah, bits and pieces. Good. I'm going to take the chest again. Let's say healing potion from the pot. There we go, we got another chest. And I'll put wooden platforms up here instead because I'm a fool and put the normal wood. There we go. Okay. So off we go back to our base, I think, and we're going to go and see what's on the merchant, which we just got a notification that he arrived. So let's head back there. Here he is, our merchant. Hello. And you want apples, you want carrots, you want pineapples, we got torches. Okay, so let's look at the shop and let's see what he has. One of the things I want first is this, the bug net, so I will grab one. It's going to be very useful. It generates us more money, basically. You'll see why in a second. Forest pylon can be placed. That needs 8 gold. I don't have anywhere near enough. Sickle, I don't really need just yet. Rope, you can use those to basically climb up and down, just like those platforms, but in a more convenient form. So having a few of those will actually help. Let me just grab, I don't know, 30. Okay, you get more of it from chests anyway, so don't worry about that. An iron anvil is very useful, but it's 42 silver and I just spent it all. A mining helmet is also very useful as well, but that's 3 gold. We can't get there just yet, so we're out of we're out of sort of options there. However, in here, if you click on the housing option, you'll see we have 2 people here now. Logan the guide, and you can click on them and then choose which room. So we choose Gus the merchant. We should be able to select him for this room. So these rooms are 10 internal wide by 4 internal high, and that's 40. If you need anything above like 30 odd, so 8 by 4 generally does it just fine, but I have these so that I have a little bit of room to place other stuff on the floor. Now, speaking of other stuff on the floor, do we have any other options now? Do I have enough stone to really do it? Yeah, I can make stone walls. That's sort of one option. Rope coils, arrows, etc. What I'm really looking for, at least first of all, is the furnace. So I may need to actually go and get some ores rather than just stone. So I'm off back to explore in the cave, and I'll bring you back for any chests or something, or once we actually hit any ores. As far as ores are concerned, your world, is that actually ores there? I can't actually see that. Lead ore, yeah. Your world can have different kinds of ores depending on just the generation of the world, really. It can't have all the ores, so if your world has, I don't know, tungsten and mine has something else, it doesn't matter. There's only a few tiers of ores, that's the main thing. So there's like a low, medium, and a high tier of ore, if I remember rightly, and it doesn't really much matter other than that you're going to be gathering them. So every ore that you see, at least at the start, you can go and get. So I'm gonna go and look for it. just press down to actually get down wooden platforms, as you might expect. And off we go down into the depths of the world, looking for, well, more stuff. I think I'm gonna, well, there's water down there, so that's a good point to use our our rope, which I haven't put on my hotbar. I probably should, to drop like that. Pretty good. Oh, the other thing is you can't swim by default. Just saying, you probably don't want to drop into deep water until you get the ability to swim. Don't worry, we will have that ability fairly soon. But you can jump out if the water's shallow, so no big deal there. Whoops. Off we go. And then let me just light this up. Ooh, another chest. Oh, this game is very much about the loot, so, and there's no walls here, so let's just put it on the floor. What do we get this time? Ooh, another climbing claws. Okay, melee speed. Can of worms. We can open it, I suppose. I'm not sure whether we want to, but we can open it. And the climbing claws, neither is particularly good, so we can put it in our accessories, and that can let me slide down walls. So I don't really have a wall around to slide down, but it's very useful. Just trust me on that. Oh, you can go away. Some more rope. See what I mean about getting rope? It's not rare at all. And yeah, job's good. Keep on exploring. At a certain level of depth, you're going to start hearing these noises. Hopefully you can hear them in the background. They are not fun. They're like a worm that actually goes through the blocks and actually goes after you. So when you get to them, don't worry too much. They're just more annoying than anything else, to be honest. But if we just get close enough to them, you should be able to see them. And, oh, demolitionist. Oh, there's the worm. Oh! So you're just going to hit them when they're passing and you should be okay. I actually do want to go and see the demolition list though. They have a bunch of other stuff, but we're going to need to prepare them a room for them to live in. I guess we can give them our default room. There we go. All right, so you're dealt with and we can head back home for now. So yeah, we got the climbing claws. Do I actually have a wall I can actually slide down? Can we just demonstrate it on here? Yes. You see, I can slowly climb. Yeah. There you go. So when you have a elevator, basically an elevator a shaft straight down, having climbing claws will let you drop all the way to the core of the earth and let you grab onto the walls as you're approaching the bottom so you don't die. So you literally just free fall straight down and don't die. It's kind of a very useful thing. So yeah, do get some. You should be able to find some if you're following along. And our home's expanded. I'm going to be moving everyone upstairs into the upstairs rooms. When you come back to the base, they should be up there, I think. Assuming they're able to get up through these platforms anyway. If not, we can always make the platforms a little bit larger. In fact, why don't I just do that so that they have some way to get up there easily. Yep, let's just see that. And you. And it also lets me get up there easily as well. Let's be honest here. That's the main objective. Okay, and also you can see further down I've got our chest that we've been looted from. They let me just store stuff in there, so I'm probably just going to dump most stuff in there for now. Remember, shift click, not control click, at least for the moment. This stuff we're going to be dealing with later. I want that campfire back. That can go inadvisably in a wood building, but it's perfectly okay, at least for now. And we'll just dump, I think, pretty much everything else down there. Leave the gel, cobweb and mushroom, that's fine. If you wonder what the hammer's for, by the way, that lets you reshape blocks into like stairs and stuff like that. But also you see we've got some bugs in here and it's probably a good time to pick them up. So worms obviously for fishing and stuff like that. However, if you get owls landing on your roof and stuff like that, you can capture those as well and sell them to Gus the merchant. So that's a good way to get early game money. And it's coming daytime, which is unfortunate because, there's something we want to capture. Yep, a goldfish. Let's go and demonstrate. So Gus may seem to want the goldfish. Shop. And it's smiling. Might be a good snack. Sells for 7 silver to Gus, I would imagine. So, yep, we're going to get 58 silver. We need a lot more than that, however, so much of it is in exploration at this point. Do we have enough to buy... That's the main thing I want, that iron anvil. Or at least maybe able to make it at some point. Piggy bank for storing stuff, and the mining helmet will be good as well. So yeah, I will leave them alone. We've got 3 people in our house now, and well, we're going to keep on catching stuff and exploring downward. Unfortunately, we've reached the bottom of what our exploration can actually do now. We don't really have a depth indicator in the game, unfortunately, but I am fairly far down as far as this initial biome is concerned. And at this point, we'll just hit water, and then this cave just comes to an end, I think, maybe? So let's just double check. Yeah, it does come to an end. So we can't really do anything over here. So we have to dig from now on, or at least go and find another cave. However, digging, just make sure you go into the control mode. And then you have a couple of options. If you hold your cursor out to the right here, you'll dig horizontally. If you hold it further down like this, you'll start digging diagonally and you'll start choosing blocks automatically. You can manually target blocks by going out of control mode, but this is much easier to actually work on heading down. And down is where you're heading, where you want to head, unless you end up with... well, lots of water like this. A few options with water. It is fairly good dynamics with water, so what you could actually do is, if you wanted to, let me just put up a torch so you can see. If you wanted to deepen the hole, that will make the water flow away. And then you can build another platform. I'm going into manual mode now. You can build another platform across the top. Like this. And then you just carry on, basically, as you did before. And then dig down once you get past the water, that kind of thing. So up to you entirely, but you're going to want to explore by that, and you're going to find as many caves as you can, grab as much loot from chests as you can, and hopefully get some good upgrades, because that is the name of the game. We have lots of accessory slots that we can fill with different things to make you run much faster, at flight, all kinds of other stuff. So it is very much like an RPG open world exploration game, and yes, you are digging, but that's sort of a side activity, if you like, just to get the ores. You are mainly looking to power up, just like any RPG. Okay, so in my world, I've come across copper, which is kind of useful, although I already have copper tools, so I'll probably want something above that as far as the tools are concerned. However, it is worthwhile picking up all the ores that you can actually pick up. So in my case, yeah, I will be happily extracting these for the good of our future survival. And maybe we can get copper armor or something. I'm not quite sure just yet. But hey, onward we go. And here we go a little bit further down. We're going to get to tungsten, which is much better ore as far as that's concerned. Tungsten tools, etc. will be great. This happens to be right next to some water, however. So, yeah, we may be a little bit flooded in a second or two, but hey, I get the tungsten ore, which is the main thing. I can put down, I guess, a platform for me to stand on and keep on going this way. So, yep, I want as much of that as I possibly can. So I will basically take all of it if I can actually do so. Yep. So you can replace one block with another, by the way, as long as you have the tools. So if you just go to wood, for example, it'll swap tungsten for wood. So you can actually go through and make sure you don't get flooded that way. And here's another donation of gel, I guess. Right, onward. And here we are back at base where a new person's arrived. Let's actually set them to, well, in fact, we'll just speak to them first of all. They are dye merchant, basically, so we have some options in there. A dye vat and brown dye, silver dye. If you want to colour stuff and decorate, that's for you. Me, I'm more about ultimate power. Anyway, as I was saying, well, let's speak to Gus, see if there's anything we can actually sell him that's actually useful. Bombs, I guess we'll be able to sell for some silver. However, one of the main things that we're looking for during daytime is going to be using our bug net to capture animals and sell those back to Gus, just like the goldfish, but hopefully more rewarding. So yeah, I'm off to, well, maybe not capture that bird, but go and explore left and see if there's anything around. You will get to other biomes if you go left and right, etc., including ocean biomes eventually, but you definitely don't want to be going into any deep pools whatsoever. This bird's just going to keep running away from me. Oh, and another cave. Okay, happy that there is cave in both directions. That isn't necessarily always the case. That does mean we're up for a little bit of more exploration, I guess. Yep, and some torches. Anything down here? More exploration, more spelunking. If you're very, very lucky, you dig upwards and a boulder falls and smacks you in the face. Yes, that was sadly my my first death. Yeah, so be careful when you're actually digging around. Otherwise, you know, exploring's the name of the game. And speaking of exploring, if you're very lucky, here's where it is on the map. So there's my death. There is our spawn. You see on this seed. You'll see this room. So we've got in this room, we've got a bunch of stuff that we can go and gather. Some cobwebs. Okay. So there is a statue, Medusa, a piano, it looks like. Yep. And a golden chest. What's in here? A mace. Okay. Some bombs. Archery potions, recall potions. They're kind of handy. If I put them on here, we can basically use them to go straight home, so I don't have to worry about that again. So yeah, loom, I guess, and I guess we could take the walls up or something like that, but that's perfectly fine. I'm happy with loot from those. If you're very, very lucky, you'll find multiple of those. I've only found one so far, so I wanted to show it on camera. And keep on going, and hopefully... Oh, we got a minecart. Okay, so this is what you find later on as you get further and further down. You have these minecarts that you can transport around on. So let me just get rid of our friend gels here, or slime. Okay, and you'll see there's obviously ores around everywhere, but you can actually just click, if I remember, right-click, and then you can transport yourself along the minecarts. Just like in Minecraft, you may not want to, depending on what's actually on them, but yeah, you can actually go down and around. Let's go and see what's down here, and hopefully nothing like an underground. Well, there's more stuff to go down there. Yeah, and sand. We can certainly pick that up. And we're into an entirely different biome now. Oh, that sounds bad. That took off half my health with 2 hits. Back we go towards the safety of our starting biome. So, yeah, back to the start. There's some tungsten back there, though. I want the tungsten. Yeah, I think I want the tungsten. Right there, you see? Okay, so I will have to fight that thing, but then we'll go home and get ready to do a bit more crafting, maybe. And now that we're back home, we got some ores. We can actually craft a furnace. Some stone blocks. In fact, it's not ores, it's just stone blocks. Any wood and torches, and you get a furnace. And I'm going to put this in this room over here. This is my, let's just call it my work room for now, as far as this is concerned. I may well let me just put down one of these workbenches, just so that I have one available. Let's put it there for now. That guy will move upstairs once I go away from the little base a little bit. He's going to be in that room, etc. So if I just look at the housing, you'll see exactly where I put people. And we'll probably put another story above again. People do very, very decorative stuff in Terraria. Yeah, this is the basic, most straightforward, efficient route I can go, so maybe not for me. However, we now have a furnace, so I can then look at crafting and see we have a bunch more stuff. One is I can convert the ores, so copper, lead, and tungsten, into bars, which is what we're going to need to convert them onto other things. So let's just see how many tungsten bars I can actually make. 12, okay. And then we'll do the same thing with lead. What's my haul today? Lots more lead. 18. However, you may think that this is a lot of stuff, but armor takes up a huge amount of all of these resources, so you may not exactly have as much as you might think. So let's put that down there. Okay, so we can craft a lead anvil, I guess, if we wanted to. Is there anything else we can craft out here? It's kind of the anvil is probably what I'm going to need. So craft items from bars, basically. We could have bought one from the merchant, but yeah, if we can make one, cool, I'm fine with that. And now you can see there's a whole bunch more, so we can now make tungsten and stuff. In particular, I would recommend you make a tungsten pickaxe, at least even until you get to gold or something like that. It is much faster as far as moving earth or stone, etc. And that's what I've always found anyway. There's other bits and pieces as well. Toilets, trash cans, swords. But we've got that weapon, so I don't need to worry about swords. If you did want one, go for the broadsword in whatever metal you're actually looking for. The one you start with is it wooden or is it actually copper? If it's copper, then I guess it's okay. But yeah, it'd be nice to have other stuff. Anyway, so tungsten pickaxe, please. And it's 12 tungsten bars, and we got 12 tungsten bars. Let's look at it. I could even make that. So let's just swap that out. And we'll put away our other stuff in here that we don't actually need anymore. Just shift click them in. And I will sort these things out into various different chests. Wooden hammer's worthwhile keeping. You may want to interact with the bases, stuff like that. Squirrel. So I did actually capture a squirrel. Squirrel! Sorry. References to up over with. We can then sell said squirrel for 4 silver. So yeah, you want to gather. Owls are particularly nice to sell. But yeah, if you... Now, this is the thing I don't agree with. If you want to quick sell stuff, it's control and then click. But control and click in any other context is scrap stuff, is throw it away. And if you click more than once, you can't get back the previous thing, if I remember rightly. So remember, if you go into a merchant, control click is just to sell stuff. We're up to 96 silver now. That's good. And you can sell pretty much everything you like. There is a couple more. We're up over a gold. Bombs, I don't need them just yet, so I can sell them. We can always get more if we need to. And anything in here, I don't need the worms. Cobwebs, I do need for crafting. Is there anything else? Glow sticks, they're underwater lights, basically. You can sell a Medusa statue if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. And shurikens I have no need for. Anything else? Loom. Crafting cloth. I don't have a place to put that right now. Let's just put it. Let's put it around here. Okay. So we have a crafting grid, and does it let us craft anything useful? White string can be worn in vanity slots. It's a material. So if there's anything that isn't vanity in there, then yeah, a yo-yo. Then I'll go for it. But for the moment, I'm more concentrating on the furnace and other stuff on that side of things. So we've now got over a gold. Is there anything I can buy from a Gus that's actually worthwhile? Shop. I would like that mining helmet, but I can't afford it. I just can't. We don't need anything else there. Copper stuff, no. Sickle, a collection of hay from grass. I don't need that just yet, I don't think. No, so fine. We've got over a gold now. We can put them in a chest, so to make sure you don't drop it when you die. You can just put it in here. Yeah, just put it in the chest as before. You can get that back out later so you don't drop them. And we're pretty good. So I think that's a good point to leave the first episode. We've got 4 people in our base who are talking to each other and have a home to live in. We've been down 2 caves and got some basic upgrades. I guess I can just show you how fast this is by comparison to the other one. Let me just go and grab that. Did I sell it? Or put it away? Yeah, well, you've already seen in the video how fast the other one was. So let's just show you this one by comparison. Ooh, traveling merchant, actually. Never mind. Let me just actually dig. Yeah, I can just dig that, I guess. That's much faster. Okay. Traveling merchant, where are you? Here you are. Do you have everything? Anything I want? Shop. Okay, so DPS meter. Yeah, not really, not yet. Lifeform analyzer, no, I can't afford it anyway. Pretty pink ribbon, definitely not. No. Katana, interested, but 10 gold. Sake, no. Drink too much of this and you become karate master. Okay. No. I don't think there's anything I actually want on this guy, to be honest. I would like some kind of other upgrades. That's the main thing I'm looking for early in the game. But nope, that's fine. So that's a good point to end the episode. If you enjoyed it, if you want to see more, put a like down below. Put in comments if you've got any questions or if you've got any suggestions. I'm not an expert on this game by any means, so feel free to advise there. Otherwise, we'll see you next episode, perhaps, for some more Terraria. As always, guys, thanks a lot for watching.